on all the platforms. You know what I'm gonna do with my life, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to Luca too. I saw that he joined too. I don't know if that was really him or not. But yeah, no, I just wanted to take this second to talk about, a few things that have been on my mind, on my heart, because I'm seeing my name get tossed around in so many speculations and rumors. Look, it's just me who runs my social handles. I don't have a big marketing team. I don't have a big social media team, and I probably do need one eventually, right? But right now, I don't have one. So whenever people are discussing what I'm doing with my life or my career, my circle is very, very small. It is not big at all. Now, I had to get rid of some people that were in my circle that, they could be bought. Like, they could be bought, or their voice could be bought. I won't say they can be bought, but they could be bought. Like, so people were selling information. And that happens all the time in entertainment industry. If you're unaware, within this professional sports space of entertainment or entertainment industry or the entertainment business, whatever it is, like, you have to move a certain type of way. I'm 31 years old now. I do not have the same level of thinking I had when I was in my 20s. But in this entertainment space, you can get trapped within narratives that people share about you. Right. And that's never my focus now. But I have to be aware that there's a lot of influence that happens from the media. And in regards to what I'm doing with my career and my life, I hold it very sacred to me. So I'm never just going to share information with just anybody, is what I'm saying. Like, if you hear something about my career, it's going to happen direct like this. If you hear something about what I'm doing with, me being a free agent and within the shoe industry, it's going to come from me. I am an independent entrepreneur. I'm not signed to no big agency or any big agency. I'm not signed to any big marketing agency. It's just me. Like, you guys got to understand that I changed up my whole entire business strategy over the last few years because of the reality of dealing with, things that I've had to learn through, and dealing with real life circumstances that, to be honest with you, it changed the way I viewed a lot of different people that I looked up to. You know what I mean? A lot of elders, a lot of OGs that over the last few years, like, I reached out to them for help. And a lot of them didn't even, they don't really fuck with me like that. And it's not that I'm mad at it. It's just that when I'm curious and I want to learn new things, and I'm trying to learn from my mistakes or learn from my lessons, I'm reaching out to people, that are older than me, that have more experience in different spaces. And, that, like, my generation, we're just different. And we do things a little bit differently than the generation that came before me and the generation that came before them. But long story short, I'm saying I'm handling things the best way I know how, and that's very peacefully, that's very spiritually grounded. And it just being aware of timing, you know what I mean? Like, I can't answer all the questions that people have about me, but what I can control is the decision making that I have for myself. So I just wanted to clear some things up. Like, I'm a free agent this summer, but I am in no rush to make a decision. And the speculation around my name from all these individuals that get on TV and have these personalities. What's up, babe? I'm on live here. Just give me 1 second, I'll be out there. All these people that have, these platforms. And I'm talking about the TV personalities, the sports folk that try to mix sports with politics and lifestyle and shit like that. Like, when they speak on my name and they're talking about potential teams that I'm going to, can y'all please, I respectfully, like, I'm asking you, please stop paying attention to that. Like, I am in no rush to make a decision. I know what's ahead of me for the rest of my career in terms of what I can control, skill level wise, drive wise, motivation. But I have a big picture in my mind of what I'm building for not just my basketball career, but for my life. God has a plan for me. However you describe your own God, I'm sure they have a plan for you. But God has a plan for me. And it requires me to be more aware of the decisions that I'm making and being more responsible. Like, I had to learn from that. But I wanted to talk about this social media aspect because don't let this shit mess with how you view other people. Like, you guys barely know me in a 24-hour day basis, but social media make it seem like you know who I am. And I do my very best to humanize myself so people can understand, the points of view that I come from. I don't want to be in any situation where people feel like I'm ever over speaking or I'm not listening, or I'm not here to be more than just a hooper. Like, I have so much more to offer the world than just putting a leather basketball in the hoop, that because I've been in this entertainment space for so long, it can get confusing between people thinking that they know me as a basketball player or thinking that they know me as a human being. So let me just make my point. To all the youngins out there, to all my peers, to the older generation, I just pray that we understand how powerful this tool of social media is when you are going through things in your life and you're trying to make decisions, but you can't let go of this addiction. This social media aspect of our life is an addiction. If it's messing with you in real life and your real life emotions, it's an addiction. And I've been able to admit that I've been I've been addicted to social media before, and I've had to deal with going to therapy, doing things to strengthen my mind, from the algorithms and all the extra stuff that goes on. I've had to really cleanse my mind. I've had to deprogram my mind from being called to social media all the time. And I'm seeing this aspect of social media, where it's really bothering people in real life, take a whole different turn. It's getting more serious. And I just want people to be aware that I'm dealing with the same things that they're dealing with. I'm dealing with the same things you're dealing with. No matter how much money you have in this world, no matter how much opportunity you think other people have, there's one goal that I have being on this earth, and that's to help humanity become who it was designed to be, which is a peaceful collective. We were all meant to be at peace. Peace of mind is everything. Peace in your heart is everything. And I try my best to share that with everybody when they ask me for advice. Yo, Kai, what did you do to this? And I try to again empathize and humanize what I'm dealing with, so they can understand that my life isn't perfect either. I have decisions to make that have real, real consequences. You know what I mean? I got to make decisions for my family that have future consequences. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me for the time being, however many people are in here. But I just wanted to say, if it doesn't come from me and it's coming from people on TV, these people do not know me. They don't know anything about me. Most of them, I would say 98% of the people on TV that speak about other sports athletes or spoke about artists don't know them personally. And we normalize the fact that they get to describe us and talk about us as if, we are we're not human at times. You know what I mean? And in sports blurs the line between, what's going on in our world at times, which I don't appreciate. So when people are describing me, and don't get me wrong, I've heard everything under the sun. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just saying I have to always make sure that my voice is the most powerful in the room when it comes to describing me. I'm not going to let any of these folk that I barely know talk about me as if they know me. They don't know who I am. They don't know who I am. I've been in this game for 12 years, going on my 13th year in the NBA, and a lot of people don't know who I am. You may have known me when I was in my 20s, but you don't know who I am now. You may have known me when I was on the Cavaliers, on the Celtics, on the Nets. You may have thought you knew me in this sports space, but you don't really know me. So I have to reintroduce myself as Kai or Aya. I don't know if you've been seeing, but I've been changing my own name, naming myself as Kai, and honoring my name that was given from my indigenous tribe as Aya, because people have hijacked my name, Kyrie. Even the full name of Kyrie Irving. I know it's going to sound crazy, y'all, but in the entertainment industry, it's a thing. Kyrie Irving, the name, like they just broadcast that out. And now it's tied to narratives and stuff that's untrue about me. There are so many past stories that are not true about me that I'm sure my peers can share the same thing with you, and they will eventually once they get this confidence. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm the all world confident. I'm just saying I have the confidence to speak my truth, and do something about it too. But like all of that, in which I'm speaking on, it centers around what I've dealt with since I was 18, 19 years old. Being in this space of, it's like realizing that, everything I worked for to get to this point was worth it, but everything extra that's come with it, I could do without. Like, I don't mind the hard work of being a professional athlete or artist, but all the extra stuff that comes with it that you have to be accepting to is some bullshit. Like, I don't want to be cool with any OG or any TV personality or any random friend of mine that is talking behind my back or talking about me in a way that can cause harm to my emotions. Why would I want to be around people like that? And why would I want to watch anybody like that? And the fact that we promote these people to these positions of influence, like for me, I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because there are so many blurred lines when, the common consumer, the fanatic, thinks they're talking about sports, but they're actually talking about a person. So you think they're talking about my career, but then they don't ever really talk about my career. They kind of talk about, me as a person, but they don't know who I am. So long story short, as I encapsulate my point here, right? Please stay aware of what you're downloading up here and here and here. Please stay aware of, other human beings that are going through circumstances that they need help with. Like, human beings need help. Like, please stay aware of others that need that help. And then third, like, stop being so addicted to social media when there's a whole world out there that's more beautiful than this. Like, you're seeing me on this now, but there's a whole world that's more beautiful out there than this, being on the screen all day. And I'm at a great place in my life where I'm able to understand who I am, but also be at peace. So I'm not worried about what the comments say. I'm not worried about the after effect of this conversation. You know what I mean? People try to clip me up all the time in terms of making it seem like I'm this, I'm that. But all in all, how I arrived at this place was dealing with things in my life that shaped me to be who I am today. And you have to really dig deep. And I want you to dig deep within to, realize that God is within you. You have the same power that I do to manifest your goals, to have the power to make an impact on your commune or your community, to be there selflessly for humanity. I am, a very, very spiritually grounded person, but I'm very, very aware of others on their own path and journey, if you know what I'm saying. So because of that, my spiritual connection to people it's just a little bit different. You know what I mean? I'm not ever going to subject myself to being an athlete that needs influence, an artist that needs influence. No, I'm a spiritual person that needs more spiritual people to remind me that this is meant to be. You know what I mean? This is my purpose. Like, I need to be around other spiritual people. And don't get me wrong, like, I enjoy being an entertainer, being an artist. I won't bypass that. I'm saying that there's a bigger calling for me than just being in that role. So, it's just so crazy because now that I'm getting older and I'm in my 30s and I'm 31 and I have to go into the same environments to be around the same people, I'm learning how to no longer emotionalize other people's decisions. You know what I mean? How they